Yo, what is up, guys? Today we're going to be talking about a fight on the main card at UFC Fight Night Blades vs. Lewis. This is a heavyweight fight between Josh Parisian and Parker Porter. Alright, so Josh Parisian, 13-3, a pretty good record for a heavyweight fighter. And then we have Parker Porter, who has a little bit of a worse record at 10-6. They're pretty even on the betting odds. Josh Parisian, a 2-1 favorite at -225 as the moderate favorite. Parker Porter at +185 as the slight underdog. Alright, so Josh Parisian, he is 31 years old. Parker Porter, 35 and a half years old, which gives Josh Parisian a little bit of an age advantage in this fight. Not to mention, Josh Parisian, still 4 years younger, has the same amount of fights as Parker Porter, who, as I said, is 35 and a half years old. So that experience for Josh Parisian, so young in his career, should definitely play a factor in this fight. Josh Parisian is also 6'4" tall compared to Parker Porter's 6 foot tall. So Josh Parisian has a 4-inch height advantage in this fight. Also has a 4-inch reach advantage in this fight, as he currently has a 79-inch reach compared to Parker Porter's 75-inch reach. Alright, so as I said before, Josh Parisian, the -225 moderate favorite. Even if you look at those Tapology predictions, literally out of 800 different votes, I'm being serious, 96% of the votes are going for Josh Parisian to win this fight. This is absolutely insane. For a guy who's just a 2-1 favorite, which is not actually that big of a favorite on this fight card, 96% of the votes, that is a huge number of votes to go for one man that's only a 2-1 favorite. So people in the public are very, very hyped on Josh Parisian. They really think he's going to win this fight. And yeah, let's get on with this video. Alright, so as I said, Josh Parisian, 13-3. He started his career back in 2014 as a pro, and in his amateur career, he ended up going 8-2. Started his career with 3 straight wins, got a first-round knockout, first-round knockout. Ended up getting his first ever loss in the amateur career to Andrew Rowe by unanimous decision. Came back with a third-round rear naked choke submission, lost his next fight first-round knockout in WXC, and then got a unanimous decision to finish out his amateur career, and that's when he decided to become a pro, where immediately after he became a pro, he got a first-round knockout over Destin Allen, lost his next fight after that to Ryan Porcupine by unanimous decision, came back with a second-round submission over Rashida Rucci, and a second-round triangle choke submission over Anthony Coleman. Now, after those wins in his pro MMA career, he was 3-1 and ended up joining Total Warrior Combat, where he got a second-round knockout over Josh Burns, followed by a unanimous decision over Nathan Bryant, which got him a shot in KOTC. But with his first fight inside the promotion, he ended up fighting a really big veteran fighter in Tony Lopez, who at the time was 50-25, a huge veteran fighter. But he did end up losing that fight by second-round knockout. After that loss in KOTC, he ended up joining the LFA, where he got a first-round TKO win over Zach Thum. Got him a shot on Dana White's Contender Series, where he got a first-round spinning back fist knockout over Greg Rebello. Got a shot in the Ultimate Fighter Season 28, but lost that fight to Michael Batista by second-round knockout in an exhibition bout. So the UFC ended up not signing him to the UFC, so he had one fight outside the UFC, which he actually ended up losing to Brett Martin by first-round Kimura. Came back after that with a first-round knockout over Alejandro Centallo and a first-round knockout over Victor Jones. Now, after those 2 wins, after those 2 losses, he came back with another first-round knockout, a second-round TKO win, and then another first-round knockout, getting him back on a Contender Series, where he ended up fighting Chad Johnson, who he beat by first-round knockout. Alright, so after that second win on the Contender Series, he's 2-0 on the Contender Series. Both of those wins coming by first-round knockout. This dude really has power. But yeah, let's take a look at his opponent, Parker Porter. Alright, so Parker Porter, as I said at the beginning of the video, 10-6. Not the best record, but he is in the heavyweight division. A lot of fighters in the heavyweight division have their ups and downs. This guy actually ended up fighting John Jones at the beginning of his career, which is really crazy to say. As he started his career back in 2007, started his career off with a third-round knockout over Kibble Stewart, a unanimous decision over Randy Smith, and that's where he ended up fighting John Jones in John Jones' 5th ever pro MMA bout. Lost the fight by first-round knockout, came back with a first-round knockout, a first-round rear naked choke submission over Lee Bean, another win over Gabriel Salinas Jones, lost his next fight to Gabriel Salinas Jones, came back with a first-round knockout, ended up fighting a veteran fighter in Gabriel Gonzaga, lost the fight by third-round arm triangle choke submission, ended up joining Bellator in his next fight, where he ended up losing to Josh Dykeman by first-round knockout, and then came back with a second-round Americana and a third-round knockout over J.A. Dudley. Lost his next fight on the CES to Keith Bell by first-round illegal back fist. Came back after that with a second-round Kimura and a third-round knockout over Durrell Brunstrup, which got him a shot inside the UFC against Chris Daukaus. Now, Chris Daukaus, obviously 2-0 so far inside the UFC. One of those wins coming against Parker Porter by first-round knockout, as he ended up tagging him in the first round with a nice knee that put Parker Porter down and got him knocked out. So Parker Porter, he's actually ranked 112th at heavyweight worldwide. I don't believe Josh Parisian is ranked at heavyweight worldwide. Actually, sorry. He's 96th at heavyweight worldwide, so he just broke that top 100 with his most recent win on the Contender Series over Chad Johnson. Alright, so I mean, both of these fighters have 16 pro MMA bouts. They're very, very experienced in this heavyweight division. They both had their ups and downs. Josh Parisian had his downs at the beginning of his career, but so far it has come back really, really strong in 2019 with literally a 6-fight win streak. One of those wins on the Contender Series. Parker Porter, a little bit different. He's been up and down throughout his whole entire career. Lost his third ever pro MMA fight to John Jones. I mean, he came back after that with 3 straight wins. Lost 1, got a win, lost 2, got 2 wins, lost 1, got 2 wins, lost 1. I mean, this man's career has been a very, very up and down. Josh Parisian, started his career very, very rough, and recently has looked absolutely amazing. And because he's looked so amazing in his last couple of fights and has 2 wins on the Contender Series, both by first round knockout, I mean, it's hard to count out Josh Parisian in this fight. And I have him as a huge favorite. I think he's at minus 350 to win this fight. I think minus 225 is a little bit too low. So if you guys want to put Josh Parisian in one of your parlays, I think that would be a very, very good move. I don't really think there's really that good of a chance for Parker Porter to win this fight. Josh Parisian, he's just way too powerful. He's going to go out there and try to get that knockout shot in the first or second round, and I really do think that he's going to land it. And that's my prediction. Josh Parisian by first or second round knockout. Alright guys, make sure to like this video. If you do like the video, make sure to subscribe to the channel. We're trying to hit 1,500 subscribers by Thanksgiving. If we can hit that goal, I will be doing a face reveal. We're so close to hitting that goal. I believe we're at 1,465 subscribers. That just leaves 35 subscribers in 2 days. I know it's a lot of subscribers, but make sure to share this video to your friends. Tell your friends to subscribe to the channel. I really want to hit this goal by Thanksgiving. But this has been a very fun video. I'm out of here.